Access Media Group. Pivot, create, dominate. Be sure you like, share, subscribe for all future videos.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is episode number 4, game number 3. We are finally home. We are finally home in the Mile High for our first regular season home opener, and we host the New York Giants, who are 0-2, and we are 2-0. If you tuned into the last episode, you see what we did versus Cincinnati. You see what we did versus the Chargers. Now let's continue that winning streak. Let's get into the weekly tasks before we start gameplay. We're going to go through player negotiations. We'll go through regional focus scouting. We won't go through scouting players until we get our mock draft number 1. We'll go through our weekly tasks. We will not be allocating any points until we hit over 50 or 100. All right, let's talk about player negotiations. Let's go through the list. We have 17 players who are open for contracts at the end of the season. First up, we have Nick Benito, who is looking for a 4-year deal worth $46.4 million in total. Next up, we have Cortland Sutton, our captain, who is looking for a 4-year deal, $75.4 million. So next up is Zach Allen, who is looking for a 2-year deal worth $33.6. We have John Franklin Myers looking for a 3-year deal worth $54.9. We have Jaquan McMillan looking for a 2-year deal, $8.26 million. We have Jaleel McLaughlin. We have Luke Waterberg. We have Demary Mathis. We have Adam Trotman, TJ Locke, Malcolm Roach. We have Delrin Turniel, Justin Sternat, Alex Singleton, Sam Ellinger, Michael Bruton, Will Lutz. And that is our list of free agents upcoming at the end of the year. We will not offer anybody a contract until the bye week. We'll go over stats, and then we'll see if anybody is worth a contract extension. Regional scouting, regional focus scouting, we're going to go ahead and delegate that to the staff. We're not going to deal with that. Let's get into our weekly strategies for week number 3. We're going to continue developing our rookies. We're going to continue developing J.L. Skinner. We'll see you guys on the other side of the drills. Week number 3 so far, we have got Caleb Lauder, a 65 overall, 1 skill point so far. He needs about 3,000 XP before he hits his next skill point. Let's continue to develop our Jimmy Graham project guy. All right, drill is complete. You already know what we're about to do. The rest of our guys get sent out, and we are going to start training for those guys. Let's see if anybody upgrades for the week, hopefully before the game. No development this week, no player upgrades this week. That means it is game time. Russell Wilson is back in the Mile High City. Let's welcome Russell back with a Mile High salute. You know what kind of salute I'm talking about when you see him. Let's get into this gameplay.
Week 3 of the National Football League as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the Giants and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
Yeah! What's up? We are back. It's game time. Week number 3. We in the Mile High City. Let's go. It's the return of Russell Wilson to Denver. Let's go, Broncos. See you guys on the other side.
Aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins. Initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and a couple. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Wilson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. In motion, Slayton. Play action. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, Wilson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance.
So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
11 yards for number 11. On play action, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. With your man defensively, then try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Fights through it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to have the first down yardage. Convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Nix to the air. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
About trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Here's Wilson. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. A quick throw there. You're number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense.
Right back to Tracy. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
How about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down.
Occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3rd down and 7. To throw is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
Block with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A short throw to Ingram. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. Now it's Nix. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
How about the show?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? Can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Down coming up. They'll hand it to Tracy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the first carry here for the running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tracy trying the right side. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Running left is Tracy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now it's Wilson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Wilson shoves him away. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
One side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
Main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 34. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 27. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Down inside. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to the air with Nix. He'll buy some time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack. Nix to the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
There's a nice move, and he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year, and the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. On this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Zone blitz. He's going to win that battle just about every time.
On to give, it's Tracy. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Wilson. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 3rd touchdown, 29. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now.
Nix looking to throw again. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. There's a short one caught by Johnson. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, Wilson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Robinson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. With 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way
Here with the visiting Giants out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nix from the shotgun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To throw, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
That the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And room to run. Third down, here's Tracy. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. This is caught by Robinson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
His size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to get this inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold. Now it's Wilson. Robinson hauling it in outright. So the completion good for 7.
Comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Nix. That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Denver has the 1st. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The running back, this position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing Nix. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. To throw is Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra. Turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it.
Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
But I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
They earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact.
Got to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker. Hands. After the interception, here's Wilson. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still 10 to go on third down. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
In the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
On third and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
This is a one-score game, so they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43-yard line. A strong running. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. A solid gain of 7 yards that time. Run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Nix to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton.
Third and 6.
Operating from the gun. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And they'll come up second and 7. Now Wilson running left on the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Here's Wilson to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
That current formula is not working right now. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 37 yards.
But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And able to get. Here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Wilson. He's got Slayton on the slant.
Deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
Time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Wilson to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Now Wilson. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route.
They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Now it's Nix. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And coming out now, the Broncos. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He completes this to Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down up near the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 72 yards rushing.
Go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And 4 at the Giants' 4-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun. Escaping the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing Nix. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime?
Oh my God, what a game. Ladies and gentlemen, Bo Nix, game-winning touchdown, walk-off, Pat Bryant, overtime win. Nothing more you can say but what a great comeback. R.J. Harvey was the catalyst to this comeback. He had an amazing performance today. We're going to get into his all-purpose game today. But let's go into the quarterback stats right now. Russell Wilson had 387 in his comeback, 67.9% completion, 2 touchdowns. Bo Nix had 387 to match his 387. His completion percentage was 73.9, 2 touchdowns, but he did throw the 2 picks. But let's get into the player stats. Quarterback stats, Bo Nix had a 95.1% rating. He went 34 for 46 on attempts. He had a 73% completion. He had 387 on yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions that were crucial today. Our running backs, let's talk about R.J. Harvey, who had 22 carries for 82 yards, averaged 3.7. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 broken tackles. He had 32 yards after contact. He had 1 rush for plus 20 yards, and his long was 20 yards today. Shout out to R.J. Harvey, who also chipped in heavily in the passing game as well, but we'll get into that. Today, Evan Ingram showed why he is the Joker. He showed why he is the true Joker tight end for this offense. He had 11 catches, 135, 12.12 average, 1 touchdown. He had 70 yards after contact. He averaged 6.3 yards after contact. He had a long touchdown for 51 yards today. Now let's talk about R.J. Harvey, who chipped in today with 7 receptions for 57 yards. That will put him at 139 on all-purpose yards today. Shout out to R.J. Harvey, another true dual threat, the Joker out the running back position. My captain, Cortland Sutton, chipped in with 7 receptions for 105 yards. He averaged 15 on catches today. He had 14 after contact, 2 yards on average, no drops today. Marvin Mims had 3 for 32. He had a slight day today, but Evan Ingram pretty much was our main target. Devon Bailey had 3 for 31 today. He averaged 10.3 per catch. Now let's talk about Pat Bryant. He had 1 crucial catch for 15 yards and a game-winning touchdown. He shows why he is clutch. He brings that in from Illinois. He has that clutch factor, that clutch gene about him. Troutman and Franklin also chipped in with 1 reception today. Offensive line had pretty much a clean day. McGlinchey gave up 2 sacks today. The leader in pancakes was Evan Ingram. Let's get into this defense. Our leader in solo tackles today is Drew Sanders. His development continues. He has that star depth, so he's getting those nickel and dime rotational reps, along with Singleton, who's also rotating in with him. So he's getting those reps. So it's starting to show. Riley Moss had 5 as well. Hufanga had 5. Jahdae Barron had 5 solo tackles today. We'll get into his complete game as well. Shout out to Nick Benito, who chipped in with 5 today. PS2 had 3. Greenlaw had 3. And the rest of the group had 1. And the most of these guys were special teams tackles. Bo Nix had a tackle on his own interception today. Leader in total tackles today was Riley Moss with 10, tied with Drew Sanders, followed by Hufanga with 9. Brandon Jones and Greenlaw had 7. Jahdae Barron and Benito had 6. Cooper and PS2 had 5. John Franklin Myers had 4. Zach Allen had 3. The rest of these guys had 2. And the rest of these guys had 1. Tackles for loss today, Jahdae Barron had 3 tackles for loss. Shout out to the rookie who made up for a crucial touchdown on a bump and run fly route. Savion Jones had 2 tackles for loss today. The rookie starting to flash and show why he is that odd edge rusher. John Franklin Myers had 2 tackles for loss today. Nick Benito had 2 tackles for loss today. And the rest of these guys had 1. They chipped in with 1 tackle for loss. Sacks today. John Franklin Myers had a crucial sack today. But Jahdae Barron, my guy, had 1 pass deflection, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss, 6 total tackles. 5 of them were solo tackles. I mean, what more do you want out of a rookie but performance? Nick Benito had 1 sack today as he continues to ramp up. Savion Jones and Zach Allen chipped in for a half sack today. Defense, we got to get the ball hawking defense that we are supposed to be known for. I want to see the interceptions. We need the interceptions, but overall, we fought hard today. We'll get into the scoring summary. Special teams, Lutz went 1 for 1, 4 for 4 on extra points today. He's getting back to being consistent, so nothing but love for Will Lutz today. Kershaw had 3 punts today, averaged 44.3. 2 of those were touchbacks. We gotta get you to angle, man. We need those angle punts that you're supposed to be known for, the chip punts. We need the backspin that the Aussies are known for. We need that. That helps the defense. It helps the offense. It changes the field position for everybody. Kick return today, Marvin Mims had 5 for 116 yards, a long of 24, average is 23.3 or 23.2. Sherfield had 3 kick returns for 67 yards with a 22.3 average. Punt returns, Mims had 1 for 12 today. Team stats. We gave up 360 yards through the air today. After giving up 220 or 270 versus the Chargers, we give up 360. We got to get better. We need the turnovers. We're -2 in turnovers today. We had no turnovers. Defense. We need the turnovers. Come on. I'm begging you. We need the interceptions. All right, that was a great win in the Mile High City as we spoiled the return of Russell Wilson. We'll see if we get any points on our coaching skills. We'll see if we get any player upgrades, and we'll see you guys on the other side. All right, today we got 10 points for our coaches. We're going to bank those, and we're just going to keep stacking it until we hit about 100. That is the end of the first part of this episode. Stay tuned for the next game. It will be the Chargers versus Broncos rematch. We had a great game, 29-22. We're looking to continue our winning streak as we go to 3-0 as we spoil the return of Russell Wilson. You know, I can't say it anymore, but we did our job, was to get the win. Most importantly, we got the win. So hey, we'll work on the mistakes. Most importantly, we got the win. We'll work on the mistakes in practice. We'll fine tune some things. We'll work on some rotations, and then we'll get back to our winning ways in a stronger, positive manner. We need this defense to be a top 10 defense. We have to form the no-fly zone. We need the no-fly zone in Denver. We need a top passing defense. How do we accomplish that? We'll see you guys next week. Let's go. What's up, everybody? It is week number 4, and we are back. We have weekly strategies to do. We have 28 coaching skill points. We're going to stack those till we hit 100, like we've been saying. It's a Monday night game. Denver Broncos in Power Field at Mile High. We face the Los Angeles Chargers. We're 3-0. They're 1-2. Let's get into our weekly strategies, get these drills knocked out, and let's get into our gameplay for the week. You already know what it is, weekly strategy time. We're going to get this mini drill knocked out. It is week number 4 in the regular season. It's Caleb Launer's probably 7th drill. So we're going to keep developing Caleb Launer. Hopefully we can hit that 66 overall within the next week or 2. Let's keep going. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep developing. All right, we are done with our Caleb Launer mini game. We are going to send off the rest of our guys. And you already know what it is. We are about to get into that gameplay. All right, we are done with weekly training. We are going to get into our gameplay. We'll see you guys on the other side. Let's get into it. Denver Broncos versus the Los Angeles Chargers. It's Monday Night Football in the Mile High, Denver, Colorado.
It's week 4 of the NFL. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He comes in 2nd in the league in passing yards this season. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver.
It's Monday night in the Mile High. Let's go. We are here. It's game time. I'm excited. I'm ready. Chargers, Broncos, Monday night divisional rivalry game. Nothing beats Madden Monday Night Football. See you guys on the other side.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, L.A. Pistol here for Herbert. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On play action. Now Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos will have great field position right around midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score.
The 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll get about 2. Alex Singleton, they're on the 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's the rookie from Ole Miss. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 3rd down, 3 to go. Herbert to the air again. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time.
Throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive. And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. Drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Nix. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's a 1st carry for their running back, and he will have a Broncos 1st down. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
And 4.
They'll throw. It's Nick's. And that is incomplete. Offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 2nd down and 3. Give up the middle to Harris. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw is Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he will go all the way. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Chargers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult. Throwing, Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They motion a receiver right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Herbert. He connects with Disley.
When you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team.
Anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow.
Comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Downfield, well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's into the hands of Disley downfield. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll give it to Harris again. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult.
That one, I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it.
He is in. Touchdown Chargers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he finds a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Pistol here for Herbert. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. They run it over center with Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. A run. Here's Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
In today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had
work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run with Harris. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder. Shotgun now for Herbert. There's his tight end, Disley. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll throw. It's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. From the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete at the end of the play. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. A low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. Let's see if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10.
Great example of first down efficiency.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing. Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's brought down after 8 games. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. Here's Nix to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The visitors' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. On the give, it's Harris. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. On play action, it's Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incompletely. Set up a 3rd down. Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Herbert now on 1st down. He connects with Disley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6. Receiver in motion, going right. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Motion man is the tight end going right. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Tight end motioning left. Herbert now on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down. Now Herbert again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Here's Harris. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers going to take the lead. It's now 13. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with the former Golden Domer, Audric Estime. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And it's complete to the sideline.
3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he'll get about 6 there. Now Herbert, who else another catch for his favorite target.
Hey, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. On 1st down, it's Harris. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. Williams in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert to the air again. There is his tight end, Disley. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing again, Herbert. It is brought in the end zone. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Needing 11 here on 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw,
On play action. Now Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over. And
they'll throw. It's Nix. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Chargers offense. And Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. To throw, it's Herbert. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
The relationship between pass coverage and the rushing, that's what every defensive coordinator is striving for, and this is a great example why, Mike. They clog up all the throwing lanes, nowhere to go with the ball. And
Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. This is 3rd down. To throw is Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35. 2nd down and 8. A give, and here comes Harris. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Putting the tight end in motion. Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the pistol to Harris. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. They'll drop to throw. Open man is the tight end, Disley. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
All right, we are back after a disappointing loss on a Monday night home opener versus the Los Angeles Chargers, 23-13. Bo Nix went for 193 yards, 1 touchdown. He completed 52.5% of his passes. He was outshined by Justin Herbert, who went 78.7% completion rate with 361 yards passing and 1 touchdown today. Let's get into these stats and let's review this game and let's advance to the next week. Bo Nix had a 63.8 QB rating day. He went 21 for 40, 193, 52% completion, 1 touchdown, 1 interception with a long of 58. The run game was absolutely insignificant today. So we're probably going to have to switch some things up, try to rotate some guys in, get some guys some more carries. RJ Harvey, we're going to go back to, a lighter rotation after that last game. We feel like you ran out of gas today. So he had 7 attempts for 2 yards, 0.2, 4 broken tackles, 8 yards after contact, a long for 30. Bo Nix was our leading rusher today with 3 rushes for 34 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin had 2 for 6 today. Evan Ingram led the room today with 6 for 31, 5.1 on average. Bailey had 4 for 45, 11.2 on average. Marvin Mims had 4 for 71 with a touchdown today with 17.7 on average. Harvey had 4 for 20 with 5 on average. Sutton had 2 for 20 with 10 on average. And Franklin had a lonely 1 for 6. We will chalk today up to Bo Nix's decision making. Obviously, it shows with his QB rating. So, Powers did give up 2 sacks. Maybe there's something going on with Powers. We got to check, see if there's any kind of injury or something. We will check and get an update on him. Taloa Hufanga led the team today with 9 tackles, followed by Drew Sanders with 8. Nick Benito had 4. Riley Moss had 3. Trent Sherfield had 3 special teams tackles. Benito Jones had 3. Greenlaw had 3. Singleton had 2. PS2 had 2. Franklin Myers had 2. The list goes on with the guys who had 1. Garrett Bowles had 1 on an interception. Total tackles today was Dre Greenlaw with 17. Taloa Hufanga with 14. Brandon Jones and Drew Sanders with 13. Riley Moss and Singleton with 9. Benito with 7. PS2 with 6. Barron with 5. Franklin Myers with 4. Cooper with 3. Sherfield, Allen with 3. And so on and so forth. Leaders with tackles for loss was Benito with 2. The rest of the guys had 1. Sacks today, John Franklin Myers chipped in with another sack. Benito got on the board with another sack. Roach, Cooper, Allen, and Savion Jones all had half sacks today. We had 2 interceptions, one by Chris Abrams, drained it. Almost was a tie turner in the 4th quarter that possibly could have led a comeback, but he just fell short today. Drew Sanders got an early interception today as he continues his nickel and dime development. Drew Sanders is showing that he can play. He is showing that he is fast enough to be that middle linebacker to pair with Dre Greenlaw in the nickel and dime situations. Also giving Alex Singleton time to rest and heal to where he gets 100%. So we love that idea that we kept him and we didn't get rid of him. Pass breakups were led by Dre Greenlaw. PS2 had 2. Chris Abrams Drain had 1. And Cooper had 1. No forced fumbles. No recovered fumbles today. Kicking, Will Lutz continues to be 100% after week 1's debacle. He had 2 for 2 on field goals, 1 for 1 on extra points. Let's talk about Jeremy Kershaw. Special teams are important, and you had 7 punts today for 328 yards. 46.8 on average with a net of 43.4. But the 3 inside the 20 were crucial, but the one that was the touchback was the one we needed to pin him inside the 5. We have to work on the accuracy. So we're going to target accuracy for the remainder of the season so Kershaw can start developing his accuracy in the punting because we do need that. Marvin Mims had 3 for 64 today. Sherfield had 2 for 47. He had the higher average with 23.5 with a long of 27. 1 punt return, no yards, but a bunch of fair catches today. Let's get into team stats because I feel like our conversion rate, on third down versus their conversion rate on third down was the reason why we lost. And as you can see, they went 10 for 20 on third down conversion rates. And they also went 1 for 2 on fourth down. But we went us terrible, and I mean absolutely terrible, 4 for 14 on third down. You can't win football games if you can't extend the drive, bleed the play clock. Time of possession was key today. They held the ball for almost 40 minutes of the game compared to 20 minutes. I mean, you can basically just round it up and just say they have the ball for 40 minutes of the game. They held the ball for 2.5 quarters of football, basically. So that is the key to why we were defeated. We weren't able to get off the field on third down. I felt like there were some blitzes that we shouldn't have called. I didn't really like the sugar week that we were using. I would much like for Vance to get in a double mug. But we're going to talk about that as we advance to next week. That wraps up the end of the game. We lose to the Chargers 23-13. We're going to go ahead and finish this out, see if we got any coaching skill points and any player upgrades after this game. But the way we performed, I don't think so. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, looks like we have 4 coaching points to that game. I mean, we could have had 0, and I would have been fine with that today. So let's go ahead and get this advance on and get through this week. All right, we have no media. We have no player upgrades after this game. That is the end of this episode number 4. We will see you guys for episode number 5. As you see, it's week 5 and 6, episode number 5, Chiefs and Raiders. I'll see you guys. This is Mad Titan. This is Access Media, and we out.
Access Media Group. Pivot, create, dominate. Be sure you like, share, subscribe for all future videos.